Hi everyone, welcome back to the show. This is your Jee Sifu right here at Teen Dragon and Tree Nature's YouTube channel. Okay, so today we're back here with another exciting Taoism and Taoist magic talk show lesson. Okay, so today's lesson is going to be on catching the ghost. In the movies, you will see like the Taoists catching the ghosts or the vampires or the zombie, whatever thing. It's very physical. It's almost like they're physically fighting with that thing, right? But in reality, it is not like that. In the movies, you see the Taoists will take their wooden sword and then they'll like stab the zombie or the vampire, and it's almost like they are using martial arts to fight the evils. And that is also why a lot of Westerners or outsiders will want to learn martial arts because they want to become that kind of Taoist. Well, I was like that when I was young too. So I was interested in Kung Fu because of that reason. And then when I grew up, I realized, oh my God, it's not like that. So, ah, okay, so what is the ghost? What is catching the ghost? 捉鬼, right? 鬼. So we talk about ghosts, but a lot of people will have this impression of ghosts as in like, well, someone go to this haunted house and they take some photos, and then there's like this uh, ghost in the picture or the photograph. It looks like some semi-transparent, eerie-looking figures or long hair, white robe, that kind of thing. Those are not the real ghost, and ghosts cannot be captured by a photograph. So after this talk show or lesson, you can just ditch all the ghost shows out there and those ghost forums and those whatever people who think, oh, I capture a ghost with with the camera, that kind of thing, all fake. Okay, ghosts cannot be captured like that. So what are the ghosts that we're talking about? First of all, there are ghosts such as the dead people soul, that kind of ghost. There are that kind of ghost. It exists, but they do not come over here. They do not stay here. That's not what we're dealing with. When someone is dead, they're supposed to go to another world, another dimension. They don't come back here, right? They don't belong here. You go to another dimension that doesn't interact with this world. They cannot see us. We cannot see them. They are off to another world. Okay. However, there are ghosts that cannot really transition to become a full, complete ghost. So they have failed to become a ghost and they stayed in this world, this zone which we live in. Now, look at the window outside, okay? Look out the window. Look up to the sky where the cloud is. Go up more, up more. Okay, imagine if you have a GoPro, you send that up to space, that level. Okay, you can now see the space, the blackness, and then the bottom is like the blue line, and then the planet below, right? Okay, that area to where the moon is, that distant, okay, that distant is where the ghosts live. So how can you see a ghost right here? You cannot. Right? When someone died in this world, they will go to that place. Their soul will go to that zone to continue their ghost life. Okay, their life as a ghost in like their part two of their life right there. However, those that cannot, because of whatever reason, they cannot go that high. They cannot like go up here, so they fall back down to somewhere here. Somewhere here. in this world that we live in, but they cannot see us as well. So what happened? They want to get up. They want to be able to get to where they are supposed to go. So in order for them to achieve that goal, they will have to find some element that allows them to push themselves up. What they are missing is some energies that we have, and we always push up to that level. This is something you don't understand because no one tells you about it, right? So, we here as a human being, when we are alive, um, we always buy things. And for example, we buy a phone, we buy a chair, we buy a cup, right? We put our feelings into it, right? We have thoughts, feelings that we put into it. We get attached to things, right? Whenever our feelings, our thoughts go into something physical, that physical object will hold on to our soul energy, a little bit of it. For example, I have this cloth right here that I use to wipe my glasses all the time. Every day I use it, right? This has my soul energy on it because I have my feelings on it. Every day I take it, I use it, I interact with it. Some of my soul energy goes into it. The more you love, the more you care about something, the more energy it has inside. Okay? So it doesn't matter, is it a piece of paper or a diamond ring or just some plastic cover for your containers. Doesn't matter what it is. It doesn't matter how expensive that thing is. It's more about how much you care, love, and interact with this thing. Okay? The more you care and love and have feelings with it, the more soul energy and heart energy from you goes into it every day. The longer it sticks with you, the more it has. So imagine a little girl, she have her teddy bear for like 10 years, always hugging it, the teddy bear when she sleeps and all that. After 10 years, that thing has a lot of energy inside. Those those energies will translate to the energy value of the thing. It has a lot of value, like a very, very expensive gemstone. Right? Okay. Now, one day you decided, oh, I don't want this anymore. Let me throw it. You throw that thing out. Okay. Like the little girl throwing the teddy bear out. Or maybe it's broken, so let's throw it out. When you trash something, your heart and this thing will detach. Because the heart has detached, those soul energy cannot stay in that body, that physical object anymore. It will have to go. Where will it go? Those energy will vent out of the body, out of the physical object, and go back to where it comes from, which is to you. Now, that energy goes into you. You goes to sleep. Okay? You go to sleep. Then your body, your heart will dump all these energy that you just got from whatever you thrown to that place, which we call is your ghost altar. The ghost altar is a place that your soul it's like it's like a satellite. It's a place in that zone where I said, when you travel up to almost like the space, that zone, you have a piece of land right there, like a place for your soul right there. Your soul, it's like every night your soul will transfer some of its energy to that place. And then it will slowly digest it. And then it will beam those energy up to your Yun San, your spiritual planetary body. So the more things you accumulate, acquired, or have in your life, you dump it out. You're done with it. You trash it. All those things translate to the valuable energy that goes back to your what we call the ghost altar. that ghost altar will get bigger and richer as you accumulate and invest into it. So you don't want to live a life having nothing or don't change anything for the whole like 10 or 20 years. It is a good idea to buy things, love things, use things, throw them away, and then let that stuff go to your ghost altar and build up that thing up there. What is this thing for? What does it do to us? Okay, this ghost altar is something that we invest into the for like through our whole life. When we are dead, this is what help us to go back up there. Okay, now you can think about this experiment. There's a ground right here. Okay, you got a ball right here, a ball. You drop the ball, boom, and the ball go like boing. What's next? It bounces up. If your ghost altar, which we call the ground, okay, is strong, if that thing is strong, it's energetic, when you're dead, that thing gives you a bounce to bounce you higher up. So there are different levels. Okay, if you are good enough, if your ghost altar is good enough, when you die, your soul with your body right here, it will bounce up high enough so that you will go back to the ghost altar level when you die. That makes you a complete and successfully transitioned ghost. Then you will have a new life there, pretty happy, right? If your ghost altar is very, very energetic, it will be able to bounce you higher, which means you can go further away and go further than you should be as a ghost right there. What that brings you to is to where like near where the sun is, and that is where your yun sun, your spiritual planetary body is. If you can bounce that high, you will be sucked back into your yun sun. So you go back to your spiritual planetary body. That makes you what we call the immortal ghost. You go back into there. You live in your own planet. You have your life right there. It's a better life than being a ghost. Okay, so you have this two option. But if that ghost altar is too weak, you will bounce like this and then and fall back down. You cannot go through that line. It could fall back down to here, and then you become what we call a wandering ghost in this zone. 遊魂野鬼, right? So you always have to look for other energies that you can attach to, because you'll be seeing these energy like light, like a little bit of light here, and then you see this light going up. They are like every light is like flying upward. If you will believe that if you can hold on to this light, right, then you can fly with the light and go up to somewhere else. It's like you see someone, a lot of people going on the subway, on the train. If you can attach to the train can bring you over there to somewhere else. You can escape from this horrible place where you have like no clue why you're here. So if you are a failed ghost, you become like a wandering ghost. You'll be like attaching to things that are about to fly up, and that is often the garbage or things that we are about to throw. So where like you see there are a dump station, like garbage station, that kind of thing. That's where those ghosts like, because all those energies there are like the energies that are about to shoot up. So many energy right there. The ghost might want to just leech onto it, and then eventually they can fly up. Sometimes, if you see people are like they love to hog on to secondhand stuff, garbage and reusing garbage, those places, those homes, they have a lot of ghosts attached, because the ghosts often attach to one thing, and that they will teach you, they will inspire you to grab more of these elements because they want it. And these ghosts, you cannot see them like in the movies. You see a ghost and they go, "Rah." It's not like that. You cannot see them because they're formless. They're not a physical being. They're formless. You cannot see them. But if they want you to see them, they will give you what we call like spiritual vision. And spiritual vision can come in like you close your eyes and you always see that person or face, or sometimes like in your dream. Sometimes it's like you just kind of see it in your mind. That kind of vision, that vision, they can shape shift into anything. As long as your heart inside your memory has those elements, they can create that look for you. So these ghosts can pretend to be your grandmother, your passed away relative, or whatever. They can pretend to be your pet that just left, and they can pretend anything to manipulate you. They want you to do something that benefits them, so they want you to gather all these stuff and then throw them later so they can attach to it and might as well go up there to become a successful ghost. Also, places that have ghosts will often like have that energy that makes people want to steal. They want to steal, take things from people's garbage, things like that, right? If you happen to bang into a ghost while you're walking, let's say you live in an apartment, right? And you're walking in the hallway, and someone has like Amazon box in front of their door because the Amazon just came to deliver the package. You walk by that corner and you look at the box, and suddenly you have a thought, maybe I can take it. That feeling, that the weird message, it's like very unethical. It's not the real you, but you just somehow just had that mind, like that idea just kicked in. That is already a ghost influencing you, because the ghost has that property, that energy property to make you want to steal and take things from other people. So they have that impact on human being. It's not like they want to hurt you, but it's because their property, like the energy property, is like that. So when they're around, you will become like that. The ghost might not even know who you are or like how you look and all that. It's just like I'm around a virus, then I'll get sick. It's not because the virus want to do something on you because they don't like you. It's just because that's how it is. It's like you stand beside fire, you get hot. It's not because the fire don't like you or you did something wrong, and that's why the fire is like making you hot. So people don't understand that these ghosts stick around people. They will cause harm already, not because you did something wrong, not because they want to do something to you, not because you and the ghost have something going on, like like in the movies, they always have a plot about, oh, because you did this to the ghost, that's why the ghost like this now. Not like that at all. In reality, the ghost sticks around, you just happen to be there. That's why you get screwed. So if you don't know how to exorcise these ghosts or the bad energies from the ghosts, then you build up a lot of bad habits. For example, you become like very jealous. You like to steal. You like to take things from people and not give things back. And you become a cheap ass. And so many bad habits will be built up because you have accumulated a lot of these ghost energy. When you can get rid of it, as long as you felt something, you get rid of it. You just prevented yourself from being a horrible person. How nice, right? And there are ways to help these ghosts to cycle, to like give them a chance so that they can go to where they're supposed to be. As a normal human being, you cannot do that. But if you are a Taoist, you cultivate these things, right? When we clean up our house and all that with the magic, we will bring the ghosts to another world. We'll bring those ghosts to where they're supposed to go to give them a chance to go to somewhere they belong. So you see, real ghosts and the movie ghosts is totally not the same thing. So that's it for today. We gotta go because timer is screaming again, and I'm kind of OT. So anyway, remember to subscribe, like, comment, and so on, and we'll see you in the next episode. Bye bye.